All right, we should be up and running right now. For some reason, the stream key changed. Man, how the hell am I down $40 if I'm in profit? Oh man, did I click the buy button instead of sell? Yeah, that's what happened. We're gonna give a couple moments for people to join. I'm gonna mark out this 4 hour zone here. Damn, that's a good one right there. Let's bring it down to that. We're gonna blast up or down? Oh shit. Don't tell me that. It is, right? I'm just playing off. Yeah, so look, check this out. This is what I'm looking at right here. Are you watching my stream? Let me send the link. Yeah, I'm doing it on YouTube. I need the watch hours. So basically, I'm looking at a level right now. I just sent you the link. I'm sending you a picture. I'm sending you a picture of what I'm looking at too, so you can see what I'm saying. Right now, we're at a 4 hour FVG bearish. 4 hour looks very bearish. I just sent you a picture. Oh wait, no, I didn't copy it. Yeah, I'm looking at down first though, because we already tapped into the 4 hour FVG. Like I already tapped into the 4 hour FVG with Nas. I got in a really nice short, literally from the top. Took profit. I was up 290. I need to make sure my accounts are copy trading right now too, because I'm getting in some good ass positions. And I think I also have my funded account. I got funded that day too. I got funded on Friday. I just need to make sure everything's copying. It's built into the actual platform. It's super simple to use when it comes to futures. Yeah, it's kind of difficult. Um, let's see this. doesn't have a live. I'm getting so many errors today for some reason. Right? What's going on with this? Let me see. Dun. You need to change the video resolution. Current resolution is 2560 by 1600. It's not supported. Why is it not supported? Wow, that's so weird. It's always supported this shit. What's good? What's good? What's good, gang? All right, I just restarted everything, changed everything to 1080. You should be able to see it now. What's good, Jay? What do you mean? Maybe. Soon, bro, soon. Yeah. It's true though, it's true. That's true, dude. I should do that. I completely forgot about that. I actually just got home right now from doing a bunch of events throughout Miami because I still do my work full time, with my liquor brand. And yeah, dude, that's a good idea. I haven't really thought about that. I should do that though because it helps me keep track of what the fuck I'm posting too. Yeah, look, I just got a ping right now for you guys. I posted in the pro Discord. We're on the 4 hour fair value gap right now on the 4 hour. We just hit it. And that 4 hour overlaps with the daily right there too. So we just hit that and I took a short. I cut some profit on my account. For some reason, they're not copying through all the accounts. So I gotta mess around with it for a little bit. But I'm up 500 on one account, but the others didn't copy the trade for some reason. There's some shit going on with my Trader Vay too, because I can't use I can't short or long inside Trader Vay right now. It's so weird. The buttons aren't there. Yo, I'm having the weirdest day with my technology. Straight up, YouTube was acting up. I had to reset everything, reset the stream key, change my resolution. Now Trader Vate's not giving me the option to long or short. So weird. So weird, yo. So weird. What does this look like? Let's check this out. I started here. What if I go over here? 56 points. Slurf. Damn dog, my alert for this went off when I was driving around to one event at 6 o'clock. I opened that one position on one of my accounts, but it just didn't copy trade for some reason. Yeah, shit's wild. I'm gonna send a message to Eric right now, Jay. Thank you for the heads up. Yeah. Scam pump. Right, I got a stream deck, so I have all that shit binded right now to buttons. Oh damn. I have them all binded. A little keyboard soundboard. This shit's gonna dump into London, New York. New York is gonna be like, and then pump that shit. Yeah, Black Swan, Black Swan. There we go. My stream looks good now. It's HD. It's just up a good amount. What? Why isn't this shit copying? The hell was that? What is good? Welcome in. Welcome in. Shit, I'll give you like 2 more minutes and then we'll go live and start doing the charts. Feels like we're messing around too much. What's up, Soul? Facts. Preach. This shit needs to dump. It's not even holding. What is it? 15 minutes? Bro, that shit's like, it's a wrap. Whoa, who's that? I can't hear myself think. Yo, Soul, put a mute on your mic, please. So, mute your mic. All right, I'm gonna mute his mic for him. Everybody see the live stream? Come through, bro. I'm here, Miami too. Jay, you're always invited. You too, Doodle. You're always invited too. Hell nah, bro. This is a red state. We don't do that shit here. Still expensive as fuck. That's why I got a Tesla. Yeah, I got a Tesla now, and the company gave me a Tesla, so I sold my S63. And yeah, man, just by gas alone, I'm saving $400 a month. Hell yeah, bro. That shit's fucking adrenaline pumping, testosterone pumping. That shit's heavy, but it fucking moves, dog. It's insane. And while you're doing like 170, which I do have a video of doing 175 on the highway, while you're doing 175, you're getting a massage on your back. It's ventilated and it's just fucking air suspension. So it feels like you're doing like 40 miles an hour. It's ridiculous, bro. It's not even fair. I can only imagine like what everything else is, like those exotics. No, and then the interior is not even nice because, like my boys, they got Lambos and stuff because they do brokering, so they like rent out like Lambos and exotic cars for their rental business. And bro, like I've driven Lambos plenty of times, and like the luxury like interior, it's shit, bro. It's nothing compared to like a Mercedes. If you get like a Mercedes Maybach interior, it's gonna cost you like used like 150K Maybach, and it is fucking incredible, bro. You feel like royalty in it. So I think that's what I'm gonna get, bro. Because I was thinking about getting like a Lambo for like once I'm good with trading and stuff. But I was like, I'll just go back to Mercedes, bro. I love that shit. I'll just get a Maybach. And that car will last me like my entire life because the maintenance is so cheap. It's so easy to maintain too, bro. They last forever. Yeah, bro. It's gonna last for fucking ever. It's insane. All right. I'm gonna jump on these charts. We're gonna hash this out. Little quick, half hour. You guys on our YouTube, you guys can see my YouTube. I see two watching on the YouTube. I'm gonna cut the audio here. Go on the audio on YouTube. You guys are more welcome to join me. If not, do your thing. We're gonna be live. We are live, actually. We are live. Any questions? Put the questions here in the Discord, or you can put the questions in the YouTube chat too. Either way, I'm gonna be monitoring both at the best of my abilities. Bear with me. Alrighty. Welcome everyone to tonight's live. Today is Cinco de Mayo. That's May 5th. So today is not only just a Mexican holiday, right? Everyone celebrates it. It's national independence of Mexico. Cinco de Mayo. It's May 5th. Everyone's here, having a good time, drinking margaritas. But we're here today to watch the charts. We're going to get on the charts. We're going to chart through a couple things. We're going to identify points of interest. And we're going to enter this trading week with a couple things in mind already in place. So without further ado, let's jump on the calendar. I use Forex Factory. Remember, on the top right, Forex Factory, click it, click the time, set your time zone. That way you have the most up-to-date news and the most accurate news as possible as well. So for today, Sunday, Asian session. Wow, I didn't even know this. Asian session right now has a bank holiday for JPY. That's the Japanese yen. No red folder news for today. For the evening, Sunday. Tomorrow, Monday, we do have a bank holiday that's going to affect the London session because it's based out of the GBP, right? There's no red folder news, so should be a pretty ranging chill day tomorrow. Tuesday, we got red folder news. This is on my session, right? This is on Asian session going into London session Tuesday morning for me because I'm based in New York Standard Time. Red folder news, Aussie dollar. Wednesday, what do we see Wednesday? We got nothing here on Wednesday except a French bank holiday. Shouldn't affect the market too much when it comes to the London session, but it's not going to affect me because I trade mostly, if not 99.9% of the time in the in the New York session, right? The American New York session. And also because I'm on futures, I have to wait for the Chicago CME to open up. So that's what I'm doing. Futures on NAS. I focus on the New York session. Thursday. What do we see Thursday? Thursday, we have an New York session morning, right? Going into the New York session, ending the London session. We got GBP, Red Folder News. And then we also have Red Folder News USD, right? That's an hour before New York open, 8:30 a.m. for me. Friday, we have three different red folders. Starting off at the beginning of the London session, we have GBP, Red Folder News. We have CAD, Canadian, at 8:30 a.m. New York session time, followed by USD, 10 a.m. New York session time. Awesome. Now, let's jump on the charts. So I do have a position that's open right now currently. I'm in a small short for Nas, but mostly, right? We're looking right now on the weekly charts here for Nas. For Nas, I am mostly bullish on the higher time frames, but we do need a couple pullbacks to give it a little bit more fuel, right? In order to be able to push it up a little bit further for us. So, weekly time frame. What do we see on the weekly time frame? We see this weekly right here, fair value gap. It's been tapped into and mitigated, so we're not going to consider that one. We are going to consider these other two weekly fair value gaps over here. We are going to label these, right? And we're going to mark them. So I'm going to get my rectangle tool over here on both of these bad boys. And then we're going to set alerts. And we're going to label these as well. These are weekly. These are going to be very powerful points of interest for us because we're talking about a weekly time frame. Now, due to the fact that it is a weekly time frame, it might take a bit to get back down here. Here it's been tapped into and mitigated. Here as well, tapped into and mitigated. Right? Boom, boom. It's incredible how we respect these fair value gaps, especially on a weekly time frame. Very, very powerful time frame. We're going to label these weekly fair value gap. I'm going to label this one as well. We're going to color these blue. Blue because we're bullish, right? Make sure it's the line, not the text like I just did. I'm a dummy, and it's okay. We're going to do blue there. We're going to do blue over here as well. And alerts. Super, super, super important. We're going to set alerts. I'm using the CME Micros NASDAQ broker, right? I'm using the actual futures broker for this. So my pricing is as follows. This level over here is going to be 15,730.50. These are pretty low levels, right? We're very high up right now. We're currently in the 18,000s, right? We're over here right now. So very, very high up. Then you also have 15,430.75. We're just going to have those marked out just to leave it there. We're also going to draw our fibs to make sure that these are in the optimal trade entry. We always want to enter below 0.5. And that looks solid, right? We drew all the way up to the top of this candle, top of the structure, overlapping with the golden pocket here. 0.705 is almost exactly overlapping here at this fair value gap. And my 0.8 is almost exactly at the 50% mark at this fair value gap here on the weekly. This is good for us. This is good. We want to be able to enter longs in an extreme discount zone, which is a zone below the 0.5. And the fact that the fair value gaps and the OTE fibs, those entry levels, they kind of overlap as well. That's what we're looking for. That is what we are looking for. All right, so moving on to, we've identified the weekly. We are now moving on to the daily. So I look into daily, right? So I actually did enter this position here on one of my accounts. It's a small little drawback right now, but it is what it is. We tapped into this area here. This area is a daily and a 4-hour fair value gap, right? Both of them together, it's a confluence. I'm expecting a rejection from this level, continuation down, a pullback to at least over here. This is the pullback I'm expecting right now. This is a pretty high level, but this is the pullback I'm expecting. I'm expecting price action to come down to here, which you'll see on a lower time frame. But right now we are in a point of interest, short, bearish, because on the higher time frames you're seeing lower market structures, and then this is a bearish fair value gap that was left over after a market structure shift. Right, this is where the market's telling you like, hey, now we're more bearish. We're looking for bearish positions. So here at this point, I'm looking for a bearish position. For daily, that's all I have marked out. I don't have anything else within close proximity to our price action. This right over here, this is an order block. So I did mark that out because it was a very important point for me at the time. There's also a daily bullish fair value gap over here, which it did tap into here and then continued upwards. So for now, the closest price action, the closest thing to my price action right now is going to be this bearish fair value gap, which we will get into. I did enter on one of my accounts and I'm looking for shorts. Let's go down to 4-hour. Shout out to Mind Power inside the Discord, by the way. Big props, my dude. Shout out, shout out. 4-hour fair value gap is what we're looking at right now. Over here, this is going to be my take profit. I'm not expecting price action to break through this. I'm expecting price action to play within this range over here. We're going to tap into this, which we already did. I'm expecting a pullback to this fair value gap, which is more than reasonable. I'm not expecting too much. And then probably tap into this 4-hour. Honestly, if I'm looking at it right now, it is very, very doable that price action will go all the way down here. But I'm being extremely conservative. This would be more than enough for my account with the tiny position size that I have. Due to the fact that it's over here, it's going to be like 150, 160 points, which is more than enough for a futures account because you're working off ticks. I have 10 micros opened up. So that means like for every 1 point, I get $20, which is more than enough at 160 points. You guys do the math, right? I'm not exactly trying to get this entire move. I'm just trying to get the most accurate and the closest move possible, right? Which is going to be right over here. I'm expecting price action to react on this level. This level right here is 17,829. So this area here, let's mark it out, right? Because that's what we do on this channel. We're making sure we're marking out points of interest. These are the points that we want to trade. These are points where we will see price action being tested. Let's set an alert. This level here, 17,831.75. Then we also have this golden pocket over here. This is a very important level too. So I want you guys to set an alert here and identify this. When you see price action playing out on this level, make sure to pay very close attention. On a lower time frame, like let's say the 5 or 15 minutes, you're looking for exactly this, right? Price action moving back up, leaving a market structure shift, and then you're going to enter in a fair value gap like that. That's where you're going to be looking at the 5 to 15 minute inside this. So pretty much like a fractal, right? You're looking for this exact same price action, but here on a lower time frame, once price action comes right back into it. Now, you have supporting things as well behind this, confluences. This is sitting on top of an order block. This order block is a 4-hour order block. You also have this level right over here. Look at these wicks touching here, wick touching here, wicks here, candle bodies on top, price action cut through, and then come right back up. Price action being held underneath this. This was a previous resistance level converted into a support level. So you have a support level that's right underneath it, order block supporting it. You have here too, if you look left, you have a fair value gap that was broken through with such force that another fair value gap was created just next to it. So this has become an inverted order block. So this level here, just off rip, becomes a support level. And now you have support level here, order block here, fair value gap with your trend, right? The trend is your friend. You're trading with the trend, which is up on this time frame, right? And then also optimal trade entry. That is your fib. You're looking at the bottom of this wick, draw it to the top. Optimal for us is anything below 0.5. Optimal trade entries right over here. These levels here are prime for us to continue up. So price action touching here, retracement down into these areas. But to be conservative, we're looking to take profit here. You can probably leave runners down here. You can probably leave a couple runners and move stop to break even as soon as you get over here for an even bigger move. But that's what we're looking for, right, guys? Just keep an eye on that. Trading on those lower time frames. We're looking really good. We're looking really good. And then I also have two other entries inside this level here on the 4 hour. This one over here is 18104.50 and then 18243, right? If it breaks through that, then it's continuation to the upside. We're looking for only longs after that. Damn, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's looking extremely hella bullish. It's insane. Wow. Usually Nas follows Bitcoin a bit, but Nas might be doing its own thing, right? We should see that pullback. Let's check out DXY. DXY is also really important because you want to see the correlation between that. Oh yeah, this thing's playing out perfectly. So I drew this out on this day exactly. I drew this out on Friday. On Friday before the news even came in, I already drew this out because we wanted to get into on this level here, right? You put DCAs, dollar cost average. You put three different entries. One at 0.62, one at 0.705, one at 0.8. What I usually do for the most part is I get in at 0.705. I was just watching this price action. It was a red folder news day. It was NFP. So I didn't really want to risk it too much. I haven't really traded too much NFP, so I wanted to take my chances, you know, by watching the market and letting price action develop. So I did identify this. I should have longed Nas right before the news because that's exactly what this is telling me. It's telling me like price action was seeking these levels, but it needed to dump into these levels and then continuation up. So by knowing that, right, you always have to know the correlation between the dollar and the Nas. You're seeing this right here, and it's kind of beautiful price action because when you see this, you're seeing it, okay, well, it tapped into this area here where there's a fair value gap on the 4 hour, right? This area that it tapped into, it's pretty much at the 50% mark. Price action did touch the 50% mark. So you do this box, right? Fair value gap, nothing before, nothing after. This is the area that has not been tested. Bring it all the way over. It tapped into that 50% mark, continuation up. Insane, almost textbook. So it touched there. Now it's moving up, which it has a lot of power behind it to move up. That's what the price action is telling us. As this moves up, NAS goes down. So for now, we're expecting NAS to continue going down. On a lower time frame. For now, on a lower time frame, and you can get the confirmation here with the trend meter. On easy algo, right? For now, on the lower time frames, we're looking for bullish on DXY, the US dollar, which means NAS is bearish. Let's move on to gold. Check out how gold is looking. Honestly, with NAS, oh man, look at this. With NAS, it gives me more, it keeps me entertained more often than not. Weekly fair value gap. We tapped into a weekly fair value gap. If you guys set your alerts, you guys are up right now. What happened was gold tapped into this. You're looking at 2289.6. We rounded it off at the previous lives. We said we're targeting 2290 for a long. So you guys had your alerts set, your alerts went off, and you are in profit right now. That's what we're looking on the weekly. Weekly is extremely bullish. 3 different levels we have at the closest to our price action. This weekly fair value gap, which is already tapped into and mitigated, 2290. This daily fair value gap is 2233. And this fair value gap over here, I want to set an alert to. Put that in there. You are looking at 2149. That's what we're looking at down there. All right, let's go down to the daily. Going down to the daily. Daily. This is the weekly. Looks pretty good. Holding it up. Daily fair value gap, like I said, yeah, and that's the closest one, 2233. We have a fair value gap over here on the daily. That's the halfway point. It tapped into it and it's got mitigated. Amazing how it taps into that. That's crazy. And that's pretty much the closest price action. We have these two smaller daily fair value gaps right below this weekly, but we're aiming for that weekly level because once it touches that weekly level, more likely than not, it'll probably wick into here and then pull back and then continuation up. So keep a close eye on that. Just pull up your weekly, your daily time frame, excuse me. Let's go down to the 4 hour. What's 4 hour look like? 4 hours looking bearish. We have a 4 hour fair value gap over here that we want to tap into. This one's at 2385.6. You have an order block over here as well. Remember, these order blocks are drawn automatically by Easy Algo. Right now we're on version 12. I think V13 came out, but I just haven't updated. So yeah, Easy Algo does the order blocks for you. So does Easy Algo SMC, Easy SMC. So we're looking here at 2385.6. Yeah, what else do we see in the 4 hour? If you see over here, this halfway point, price action tapped into it over here at the 50% mark. Candles closed right below it, and then continuation down. Here, wicked through the fair value gap, didn't close it, still valid, went down, but it's already been tapped into like twice, 3 times, so it's mitigated. So this has to break through here. Next price action that makes sense, since this is mitigated too, is over here. Somehow this is going to move up into here, probably pull back a little bit more into this daily fair value gap, and then continue up. We can even mark that out actually. So something like, and then continuation up. But yeah, let's go right now. We identified weekly, daily, and 4 hour points of interest. Lower time frame, we're looking for gold to shoot up into this area here somehow, so it can come back down and then go right back up. We're gonna go over to euro. Euro on the weekly. I call this baby Nas because it moves like a lot like Nas itself. It's very similar to how Nas moves. Over here is gonna break out of this trend line. I drew this trend line over here. This is on the weekly. Oh yeah, this shit's priming to break through this. Scary. Weekly is priming this to break through and just blast through this. Now on the daily we have this daily fair value gap. It wicked right into it, got rejected off. Now price action is still bullish on the higher time frames, bearish on the lower time frames. What are we looking at on daily? Yeah, daily tapped into this. There's nothing else. Everything else, every other fair value gap has been tapped into and mitigated. That's close to our price action. What about if we look left? Let's do it. All right, we look left. We have a breaker structure, but we have a fair value gap over here. We have another one over here that's been tapped into and mitigated. This is clear. This is clean. So good thing we caught this because I wouldn't have caught that unless we were going over it together. Let's bring you over. Super important level for us. I'm going to label you daily fair value gap. Very important level. Let's set your alerts on this. Set your alerts. I'm on my futures charts. So Euro USD for me is 1.04650. On your broker, it might vary, might be a little bit different, but that's what we're looking at right there. Pull up your charts, look left. Everything else has been tapped into and mitigated. Remember that this is the closest fair value gap on the daily that has not been tapped into and mitigated, because even this one has already been tapped into and mitigated. Now, very important for you guys to know, we have a trend over here, which I'm not a trend line trader. I just drew it so it looks a little bit easier for you. So what we're identifying by me identifying that trend line was if price action, which is what we usually play out, is the fair value gaps and all that. If price action breaks through my fair value gap right over here, right? Once it breaks through that fair value gap, now that fair value gap becomes something we call an inverted fair value gap. Now, instead of being a resistance area, it is our support area. So price action candle closes above this, it's going to retrace back into it and then continue up. So keep a close eye on that. If price action on the daily closes above, it's going to come right back into it and then go right back up. So keep a close eye on that. So for now, we're under it. Go down into 4 hour. 4 hours, the same thing, tapped into and mitigated. Price action is playing out. Honestly, my Euro USD is very, very bullish. Very bullish. You got all these fair value gaps over here. The ones I want to focus on are these two here. This one, which is 1.07350. And then this one over here, 1.06845. We're going to draw those. And we are good to go. Set your alert. That alert is 1.06855. Then we're going to set an alert. I'm going to put it right up here on top of the order block. The order block and the golden pocket overlap exactly. This one's at 1.07320. That's perfect right there. Set our alerts. We're going to look for price action to dump into here and then go right back up. So keep a very, very close eye on that. Let's see. We'll do British pound now too. Weekly. Weekly tapped into this order block, got rejected, continuation up. These are lower market structures. So as long as price action doesn't break through here, we are bearish. So since we are bearish, what are we looking for? We're looking for bearish entries, which is this weekly golden pocket, which overlaps with this fair value gap, but it's already been tapped into. So our closest entry to our price action, it's going to be in a little bit lower time frame. It's going to be on a daily. So daily, what happened with the daily? Daily actually tapped into it. That was on Friday. Friday wicked into it. If you were on the live previously to that, we identified that area. We identified that. And price action went into it, tapped into it, and there it is. Now it's playing out. So what's the likely course of action? This price action should, in theory, be rejected. It might even test it out one more time. Pulls back into this daily fair value gap, which we're looking at 1.2413, and then continue upwards. Or it'll die out completely. But for now, we're trading with the trend, which is this is going up on a daily time frame for now, because it's bearish. If you're looking at the market structure, right? So that's going to be one last push over here. Comes up shortly to probably the market structure high, wherever this settles, and then continuation down. So that's what we're looking for. On the 4 hour and the daily overlap, 1.2413. It overlaps perfectly. And then that's also inside the golden pocket for the 4 hour. That's what it's going to look like. So ping pong, boom, boom, and then continuation down. That's what we're looking at right there. Now, do you guys have any questions for me? We went over NAS. We went over gold. We went over Euro USD. We also went over the British pound. Went over a couple of different pairs right there. I'm looking into futures. I am now on futures. I switched over from Forex due to the fact that a lot of exchanges were going down. Just a lot of stuff. A lot of funny stuff was happening in the market for Forex. So I switched over, got all that stress out of my mind. And now I'm on futures and I'm loving it. Honestly, I love the rules. I love everything about it. Looks like we don't have any questions for tonight on the Discord. Looks like we're good to go. Thank you everyone for joining me tonight. We're gonna be here same time, same place. Every Sunday night, we're doing here the lives on the New York session. Remember, tune into YouTube, set your alerts, subscribe, thumbs up. Love you guys. Have a great profitable trading week. See you at the same time next week, next Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Goodbye for now.